go. All right. Welcome, everybody, to today's watch market update, daily watch chat. We're going to be going over the best watches of Instagram. That's right. The best watches seen on social media. And let's kick it off. Let's kick it off with this guy's probably has one of the best collections, Swiss Caveau. Uh, Incredible perpetual calendar. It looks again. I'm not a fan of these kind of skeletonized watches. Very difficult to read the dial, especially with the perpetual. It really misses the point. But you got to admit, this guy's got some incredible watches. But wait, it gets better. I had this up before. Hang on a second. This was, and it disappeared. Let me get this back up. Oh, no. We've seen that one. Hang on a second. How do I get this guy's watch? Shit. He had. There we go. This is the one. Okay. So he's got. Apparently, this guy's like a heavy hitter, right? So this guy is a heavy hitter with AP, and he was, I guess, hanging out with John Mayer. Unbelievable, but true. McCollis. All right, welcome to the program. Welcome to tonight's chat. Let me know what you guys think of these watches. What are your thoughts, punters? Okay, he's got this. First of all, this guy's got some insane watches, right? So apparently AP invites him to their big parties. He's saying, I was thrilled to share my experience at the 2024 edition of the AP Social Club. For some reason, I think my invitation got lost in the mail. But at the top, that's John Mayer. That's John Mayer's watch, right? He's got his watch, which is, I'm really not a fan of that dial. It's what a messy dial with the little dots. It makes it so hard to read. I mean, this emerald thing is almost easier to read, but this is incredible. This guy's at the bottom with this emerald. This is not a bust down. This is actually factory set. Unbelievable, but true. He's showing us, okay, all this other stuff. Okay, he's trying to flex that this incredible party in Milan, which again, my invitation, I know it was sent, but it is lost in the mail. Yes, unbelievable, but true. Now, so this guy's got some, again, incredible watches. Let me just show you what he's got. Let's just take a look what he's got. He has literally everything. You see this, right? You see this over here. This guy has everything you can imagine, but only like really incredible stuff. Now, again, and this is, are these sapphires? What is this? Topaz, 50th anniversary baguette. Oh, shit. I mean, doesn't get better than this. It really does not get better than this. Now, wow. I hope this is white gold. Yeah, I'm assuming this is white gold. Look how amazing it looks in this gem set. Oh, and the date. Is there a date? Is there a date window? No, there's no date window. I mean, this is like hypnotizing. Look how perfectly everything is set. Is there a date window? No, there's no date window. Yeah, this is like just incredible. He's got a couple of these. He's got one in emerald, right? He's got the emeralds, which I don't even know how you can wear that, because emeralds, from what I understand, are very delicate stones. I mean, this just goes to show you. Yeah, 861 emeralds, baguette cut. By the way, the baguettes, big difference. It makes a huge difference. The other day we showed like AP, same exact watch, right? But with the little diamonds, the little round shapes. It's not the same. The baguettes, it's a much more. It just looks much more. It's is the word classy? I hate that word classy, but it just looks so much more incredible when you have the baguettes instead of the little baby diamonds. So he's got. I mean, look, he's got. Wow, this is the Rolex to have, right? The triple calendar. Really nice, right? Again, you got to have that moon phase. Incredible, right? Look at this. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. So again, we're just going through the best watches seen on Instagram. That's right. We have this curated selection for all of you. Let me take a look over here, and yeah, let's keep rolling through here. Let's take a look what we have over here. Wow, another skeleton, and wow, the bezel here with the baguettes is just amazing, really amazing. Like, you think you've seen some nice watches, and this guy just has like everything. Now, this is a watch we showed earlier. Pretty cool, right? It's not. Listen, I know this is not everybody's taste. Again, it's the Cartier Perpetual. It's a little, you see, this looks a little fussy, right? It looks a little fussy. It's interesting. Interesting how that works. Wow. Classic. 3448. Unbelievable. Look at this enameled. Was it porcelain dial? Is that a porcelain dial? Yeah, it's crazy. Wow. We can go through this now. Okay, we've seen this, right? We saw this. Here is the Tiffany. The Tiffany in rose gold with the baguettes, the diamonds on the bezel. Yeah, it's interesting. It does look kind of cheap with that white date window. He's got the baguette hour markers. Very cool. It's, I don't get it though. When you have this other amazing stuff, this crash just doesn't fit in, and you got the strap. The strap looks cheap. The strap is very narrow, right? You get a very narrow strap, and the stitching kind of takes up almost half the space. To me, I think this just doesn't look quite right. It looks a little bit tacky. But hey, everybody's entitled to mistakes. Yeah, apparently the guy's a car collector. Wow. 10-piece rainbow gem set. I've never seen anything like this before. I've never ever seen anything. This is like, this guy's got 10 of these watches. This has got to be like what? $20 million right there. Why does the guy need 10 of these watches? It's the exact same watch, right? It's the same exact watch. You just have them in different colors. That is actually this has got to be, I think I've never seen, actually, I don't think I've ever seen anything this impressive in terms of from a, just a value standpoint. This is just absolutely crazy. These APs, yeah, it's unbelievable. This has got to be, yeah. I wonder how much somebody would pay for this complete set, right? It's almost like those Omega, the Speedmaster, those goofy collections that they have, and this one is like, I guess, a higher end version of that. Okay, it's got some basic watches. Okay, here we go in sapphire. This is the watch in sapphire. Wow. Yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, it's funny. Watches for guys that kiss. Wait. Okay. This is a one of one. Wait, is this the story? I'm not familiar with this. This is a one of one set. It was made just for this guy. By the way, hop in here. I want to get the details of this because listen. Here's the reality. I don't really. I'm kind of sticking with kind of more accessible. How should we say, more accessible pieces. So I don't really pay attention to this type of stuff because I'm not really in that. First of all, I wouldn't wear, you know, a gem, like a complete gem set watch like that. The bezel is fine. The markers are fine. Maybe the bezel is fine. Markers for sure is great, but the complete watch. I mean, listen, even if I had the money, I wouldn't wear it. It's too, it's just too crazy, right? Like, I mean, first of all, it's just too. I don't know how you could wear it because your wrist is always banging against things. I mean, if you have a job, right, you're probably at your desk, you're typing, you're rubbing, your wrist, is rubbing against the desk, the keyboard, or whatever. How do these gems stay mounted, right? I'm sure they get damaged. I don't know. Let me know. I'm not, so I don't really pay attention to this stuff, but this is crazy. Anyway, if you want to join in, jump in on the link. Let me know what your comments are on this. Pretty interesting, right? So this guy, listen, this guy is definitely in. He is in a different, completely different atmosphere, right? Stratosphere. But listen, this guy's a regular guy. I mean, he puts on his pants, one leg at a time. He's wipes his ass every day. Hope I'm assuming he takes a shit every day. He's wiping his ass, and like everybody else, and everybody ends up the same way at the end of the day. But yeah, this is interesting. Oh yeah, this is I think what is it? Bill Sanders. We had a video about Bill Sanders. The Illuminati Bill, as we call him. He's got one of these, right? See, this is tacky. This is really tacky. I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. See what a difference it makes when you have these little round diamonds, these little baby diamonds, as I like to call them. You get these little baby diamonds. It looks really tacky compared to the baguettes. I mean, this is just, whenever I see these dates with these like round diamonds, it's just like, I mean, it's feminine at best. I mean, I've always seen, anytime I see this type of thing, it's either like some guy who's like just a degenerate scumbag. I mean, like really, it's really low class people have this, like these little round diamonds on the bezel. I mean, it's really trashy. However, the same watch, you can have the same exact watch, but if the diamonds, if they're like the baguette cut, like a nice size, and you have the baguette markers, it looks amazing. I mean, it's such a big difference, and both are diamonds, right? So, all right, I'm not gonna spend all day here. Let me just roll through here. This guy, obviously, he's not paying me for a watch. Robert, jump in. Robert, jump in. We got the link for you. Baron, excuse me, Baron Sung. Hey, Flat, can you jump in? You want to join the panel and let us know your thoughts? I mean, I know you got the Diet Pepsi over there, All right, we got the Baron Sung about to jump in. Baron Sung is going to jump in and we're going to review some watches together. Yeah, this guy, look, I mean, this guy is in a different, really different dimension, but it's amazing. I mean, look, this is the whole, showing us the whole lifestyle here. No leap year. Okay. See, okay. I like this. The one thing I hate when they have that stupid in the top, right, where you have the months. They a lot of some of these like Vacheron, they kind of mess it up by like putting in a bunch of stupid. They get the whole leap year, so you can't even read it. Here, you can easily read it, right? You see, it's May, whatever. It's very easy to read this dial. Yves Klein Blue, or what are they called? International Yves Klein Blue, IYKB or something. I'm not that big of a fan of this blue, to be honest. But the perpetual calendar is, again, like I said, everybody's got. If you consider yourself a serious watch collector, you got to have a perpetual calendar, whether it's Patek, AP. Okay, so this is kind of a basic bitch watch. 1980. Okay, this is like one of these Bhagwan Rajneesh watches. You ever see this guy Osho Bhagwan Rajneesh on YouTube? This is what he wears, or what he did wear. His followers would give him these gifts. This is the type of watch He definitely had one of these. He definitely had one of these because this looks very familiar. The baguettes, those baguette diamonds look so amazing on the outside. Wow, that is just so cool. That is so cool. This probably came from the Bhagwan Rajneesh. Yeah, you got to have two of each. Look at this. You got to have two of each. Again, the chronograph. Okay, hang on a second. I think we got the Baron here. We got the Baron Sung. Baron, can you hear me? Baron? Are you there? Baron Sung. Baron, can you hear me? You're on. You're on the air. Your mic is not on. All right, we're waiting for him. Okay.
All right.
There he is. I hear you.
Oh, you hear me? Good. All right.
Yes.
Yeah. If I had a little more notice, I could have actually set up my my microphone. I'm using the mic on the laptop right now.
Hey, it's okay. So am I. This is a very we're not we're not that professional around here, believe it or not. So we got the flat forcing Salanitro. So this is a setting company that does high horology bread. So they contract set for gem set pieces. Interesting. So flat four, if you want to jump on. So I'm not familiar with these guys. Again, this is obviously you're in a different world than I am. I'm not aware of this, but this is amazing stuff. Baron Sung, what do you think of this collection? What do you think of this guy's collection? How would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10? I mean, objectively speaking, I'm not saying not by price. I'm not talking about price wise. Obviously, I mean, just what's your take on this? Well, how would you rate this?
I think it's hard to really rate this because when you have a certain number of watches, like once you get up to a certain number of watches, it becomes like, okay, is it a curated collection? Like, is there a theme to it, or are you just or is the person just buying watches that they like for whatever reason?
Great point. Did you see the video I put up about the 10 commandments for watch collectors? Did you see that video I put up?
Yeah. Yep, I saw it yesterday.
So this is kind of the whole idea, right? It's like, there's guys who just accumulate, right? There's guys who are accumulating. It's just whatever. They see it, they like it, they buy it. Like, it's just whatever. They don't know what to do with the money, and they just like, it's like a whale. It's like a whale opening its mouth, and it's all the plankton, whatever goes in. And then you have like a curation. So you've articulated this. Oh, this one is for you. This is your thing, right? You got the Arabic numerals.
Yeah, it is. It is a good looking watch. I'm generally not into chronographs because I just don't use the function.
Neither do I. Yeah, I'm agree with you. Yeah, it's like I gotta time it. But the numbers, I mean, these are cool numbers. No, I mean the font is pretty cool.
Yeah, the brigade numerals. Yep, absolutely.
Really nice. Let me see here. What do we got? No, this one here. Okay. So this is it's an interesting question, right? Is this guy just buying stuff? Because it is a little bit. I'm trying to see. Is there a theme here? I mean, I don't know if there's like a theme. I think it's kind of like, he just has. Some amazing stuff. It's like, but there is no real theme. It doesn't look like there's a theme.
Yeah. So I would say, I mean, this doesn't apply to everybody, but I think a lot of people, once they hit a certain amount of wealth, it's, I guess wisely, they decide just to spend it. But the way they spend it is just kind of like, if something captures their interest for more than 5 seconds, then they just buy it because it's like, it's nothing to them.
Yeah. This is a problem that I'm trying to develop. Actually, this is something I would like to have. But no, it's a very interesting point, right? Look, I think at some point. By the way, and you have a great point, right? Which is important for people. Like, hey, once you have a certain number of dollars, right? You can't take it with you. You can't take it with you, right? It's like, you can't take it with you. You might as well enjoy it because. What are you going to do? You're going to leave it, and then, somebody else is going to have your money, and what are they going to? They're going to probably spend it on stupid things, right? Like, you might as well enjoy it. I mean, obviously responsibly to some degree, but like I think it's good for people to spend their money, like instead of hoarding it. You got to keep it circulating in the system.
Yeah, absolutely. But at the same time, it's also I think about like I'm gonna paraphrase now. So I saw an interview with Jack Ma from Alibaba, and then he talks about he talks about things like he's got all this wealth, right? But he says like like how much of it can I really use? Like how many meals can I eat in a day? How many watches can I wear? Like how many beds can I sleep in?
No, it's true. It does become abstract, right? I mean, the guy's worth, I don't know how many tens of billions. He's got what, 20 billion, whatever. It becomes irrelevant at some point, like after, after I think even whatever, I don't know, 100 million. I mean, it becomes abstract, right? Because then because it's a less, what is the word? It's a law of diminishing returns, right? It's sort of like, okay, you need 100 watches. I mean, so it's, whatever. It's I guess I don't know if it's a quality problem. Oh, sand gold. This is the AP sand gold. Flying tourbillon. Okay, look at this. What do you think of this sand gold? This is not your thing, right? You're like very under the radar.
Yeah. Okay. So I think the sand gold. Looking at that photo, it almost doesn't even look like gold. It just looks like steel with like a little bit of color in it.
Yeah, it's. I think that, I think it's probably in the flesh or in the metal, I should say. It probably obviously looks, I'm sure, a lot better. But yeah, I think that, again, wait, were you on that live stream we did where we were talking about this? Yeah, this about the gold colors.
Yeah.
Gold
so, and then I said it depends on your skin tone. So it has to complement the skin tone.
I mean, this thing is, look, it's a new category. I think AP is doing amazing stuff in terms of innovation. It's really, and again, what bothers me is that they are, they're bypassing Patek. They're making like the Nautilus look so quaint. I'm worried about Patek in terms of they're just not keeping up. Are you a pocket watch guy?
I am not, only because it's just kind of like, I don't know, when you got the pocket watch, you need the pocket for it, and you also need the chain, and it's another thing I got to carry in my pockets. It's just another inconvenience for me. I think things should be convenient.
Yeah. No, but in theory, you're supposed to keep it in that little pocket. If you're wearing jeans, not in the big pocket, the little pocket. See, he's putting it in the wrong pocket. The little pocket.
The pocket. Yep.
The watch pocket. Yeah. Let's see here. Okay, so everybody's pumping the sand gold. Let's go through today's watches.
Yeah. Or just real quick, just going back to your Patek comment. I had, I'm thinking back to. So now this was a comment I saw from the guys over Theo and Harris. They talk about they said like there's during the watch hype that started 3 years ago. They said like like this year there's a bunch of watch collectors turning 3. Meaning that they just recently got into watches. Because of the Rolex hype. So as they mature, there might be a shift away from sports watches and into dress watches. So Patek might not necessarily be in as bad of a spot as you think they're going to be, just because the tastes of the maturing collectors are gonna gravitate more towards dress watches, and maybe that could be why we've seen Rolex try to revitalize their dress watch brand with the 1908.
Baron, you made a very interesting point here. And by the way, this is why we have you on the. By the way, I just real quick, this guy Flat 4. Okay, so we were wrong. There is a theme to that guy's collection, the Swiss Caveau. The theme is "fuck you, money." That's the theme. Let this guy say that's the theme of his collection, basically. Oh man, that's funny. That is funny. So Baron, what you're saying actually makes a lot of sense. And here's what's interesting. Yeah, so the tastes are broadening, right? And it's interesting. Yes, this is kind of like and it's something that we've discussed before in the chats. But you know what? When you bring up Patek, it made me think of something interesting, which is Patek. You know, their watches on the straps, they're going this kind of like, you know, I hate the whole thing, but this modern Patek look, you know, that whole modern look that they're going with, which is, you know, it's not really classic. It's not really, you know, it's a weird like sport. Is it a sport watch? Is it it's some sort of middle ground, you know? And I think that is who they're catering to. They're probably doing this hybrid watch to like they're trying to wean the Nautilus people off the bracelet watches into this new thing, right? Do you think is that what they're trying to do?
Possibly, and I think that would be a good move because a lot of sports watches, they're just kind of like bulky, you know, in comparison to dress watches. So, you know, if we could find a middle ground, like some kind of hybrid where it's like, all right, it's a dress watch, but it's sleek, you know, it fits well. It's like it's almost like it's not there. I think that would be ideal. And also you also got to remember that, you know, we've got a new generation of kids coming up. You know, like they're growing up wearing smartwatches, and smartwatches, you know, they don't have a lot of weight to them. So you kind of have to have something where it's like, okay, I kind of know what this is, and it kind of feels like something I'm familiar with.
Oh, you know what? You just said something which is amazing. This is actually brilliant. You know, okay, so now I get it. Now I get it. Okay, so maybe these guys are a lot smarter than I am, right? Apparently they are. You know, they do this for a living, the Patek people. So basically, the Coda 1159, right? The Coda 1159 and the new modern Pateks, right? Those new modern Pateks, which I really hate. In reality, they're basically kind of doing the kind of smartwatch thing. They do have that smartwatch aesthetic in a way. They're kind of big. They're a little bit oversized. They're kind of, you know, I don't want to say minimalist, but you know, the designs are a little bit, you know what I'm saying? They're kind of they do have that smartwatch vibe. So these guys are basically making watches for the zeitgeist, you know? They're making the watches, I guess, for the smartwatch generation. And you know what? I don't get it. That's what it is. It could be that I just don't. I mean, I get the Coda 1159. I mean, in terms of if I see where they're going. Patek, I don't get. The Patek stuff bothers me. But, you know, what do I know? Are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
By the way, you know, this Omega. That's right. You're not a chronograph, right? You're not the chrono stuff.
I'm not chronograph, but I will say if I was looking to get a Speedmaster, that would be the version to get.
Oh.
if I was looking to get it, just because I think they did a good job with the dial.
Yeah, you know, to me, no, it looks good. Yeah, I like. I mean, I like it. It's like, I mean, I just don't get the whole. I mean, I just don't get the whole Speedmaster. It's like I don't get it. It's sort of, you know, it just bothers. Yeah, it's just I mean, you know what it is. I respect it. Everybody knows, but you know, it's just like, oh my god, the whole cult, the whole Speedmaster cult. You know, what do you think of this dial, the John Mayer?
I'm actually okay. So it's different, which I like, but at the same time, I'm not into that specific texture because it looks too much like the texture that Chapek has for one of their Antarctiques, where they take, I think it's like they do something to platinum, and then it looks like, you know, the rocks like that. Which it's okay. So I mean, it's a very expensive watch. The Antarctique is, and I'm sure this one is as well. But it just doesn't look. I don't know. It doesn't look refined. It doesn't look polished. It just looks like something that's too casual, and also in a way that it's okay. So the texture looks like it could potentially fall off at any moment, and then I'd be worried about that, like, you know, just like something falling off and then getting into the movement.
You know, it's funny. I just as I zoomed in on it, you know, I never really zoomed in on it, And now I zoom, I realize, oh, it's really like it looks like it might flake off or something, right?
Yeah.
And so Floodland is saying it's disgusting. Uh, okay, so it's interesting. So I'm not familiar with the Chapek, but that's why I'm glad we have you here. You have these very what's the word? I mean, these are like you're a scholar here. So,
Thanks.
the issue that I have is it's hard to read for perpetual calendar. You got so much information. Why add these little flakes that kind of makes it much more? It makes it hard to read the dial when you have it's too busy.
Yeah, I agree. But at the same time, they are also doing something different. So if this is just like a limited production, yeah, sure, why not?
But would you say though that the Cactus Jack one is more innovative? In other words, like the Cactus Jack is okay. They actually spent time, like somebody spent time designing that watch. This one is like a lazy design. This is lazy.
Yeah, I mean, they could have potentially also, just had this in development the same amount of time, and it just took them longer to get it out. Who knows? But the thing is, I think you have to be first to market, and then once you're first to market, and then you kind of just, assuming you also have good marketing, to solidify your new design into the public's eye. It's kind of just like, all right, hey, this is our thing that we did, and everyone else that follows is a copycat.
Watch selects me a 279 super sticker, and he loves the watch. He loves it. So okay, if he's paying 279, we love this watch. We can be bought for $2.79. That's the price of buying this channel. That's unbelievable but true. Yeah, no, it's I think they were lazy. I mean, it's kind of lazy. I don't know. It's a little bit lazy. Okay, so this is okay. So this, I mean, to me, this is like stunning.
It is, and I like it how so they've got the diamonds on the bezel, but it looks like not on the indices. So I like that because then they're not overusing the diamonds. And then we discussed this last time, but I think
we did. No, keep talking. I'm listen. Don't be offended. I'm talking. I'm not trying to interrupt you. It's just my natural thing. I'm just an asshole. But keep talking. Keep going. Yeah. So about the diamonds. Yeah. Baron, are you there? Can you hear me? Did his mic get cut off? I don't know.
So when it's continuous without a break like that, it's just it doesn't have a sense of design to it. It just feels like that they just, all right, we have some space, we're gonna put some diamonds in it, instead of just having like really putting in some thought into like, all right, like do the diamonds kind of match the theme and the design of the watch? And I think they did a good job here. Because generally, I feel like, all right, if you've got a watch, right, and you've got a tourbillon in there, you don't really need diamonds because, I mean, if you have an exposed tourbillon, it's already like you're already showing people, hey, I'm a serious watch person, and I want you to know I'm a serious watch person.
Yeah, it's sort of like a beautiful 19-year-old girl draped in diamonds. She doesn't need the diamonds, okay? If she's 50, she could use. I mean, it's like overkill, She doesn't need it. Like, she could be whatever. She could be wearing Daisy Dukes or whatever. She doesn't need to be wearing a Chanel dress, But okay, so by the way, your mic got cut off. I think your mic got cut off, but you had a very interesting point. You were talking. I think you were saying that. Because I didn't hear you. But did you say because the screws interrupt the whole flow of the diamonds, and that gives it that whole kind of more interesting look? Because the diamonds are in between the screws. Is that what you were saying? Hello. I think the Matrix is interrupting our live stream here. I think the Matrix is interrupting our live stream.
Yep. Okay. It looks like I cut out again. But
Yeah.
yes, so I was saying that because of the screws, that kind of draws attention to the diamonds.
Mm.
It instead, yeah. So it looks more like gives the impression of that the diamonds are kind of just it's meant to be there, kind of like how I would describe it is how one of my friends described Orange County, where everything has its place. It feels like it's like, all right, this was planned, like this was the design, and it was designed with the intent to have diamonds in that space.
Okay. By the way, that's a incredible analysis. I'm looking at this at their bezels, right? The AP bezels, and I'm like, to me they look right. Look, would I do the thing? I don't know, but it looks so much better than the Rolex. That whole continuous little round diamonds that they do. It really looks good. But what you're saying is actually that's it. I mean, this is like, I mean, you really you might be in the wrong line of business. You should maybe be like a watch designer. I mean, you really you're like, I think you're in the I think you need to go into the design business instead of the the accounting business.
Thanks, but it's a lot easier to critique things than it is to actually create.
Right. Well, okay. Now this is what is this is that this is the have you seen this? This is like the most expensive Sky Dweller, or I think most expensive Rolex, right? This is their factory diamonds. Oh, here it is. Most expensive. Most expensive. I think this is like $1 million or something, 800, some crazy number. I don't know. This is a little ugly. I think something about it is just a little too much. Not like the APs. What do you think? Would you wear this? Baron, you got to get your new mic, a new computer connection. Wow, this is a good picture though. I hate to watch, but this is a great picture. So one of the things that we look for is good quality photos. This watch geek guy, they call him, I think he's in Barcelona. He takes amazing photos. The blue, yeah. Well, we have look, for the right super chats, we'll agree with you. Hurry. Okay, let's keep moving through the list here. FP Baron, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I disconnected my work VPN, so
can you hear me, Baron? Okay, we got the Matrix. He's part of the Matrix. He's unplugged from the Matrix. So this guy has got some heavy hitters. This guy, NYC watch guy. Although a lot of the stuff, I think that's okay. So here's the shot. This is the thing that bothers me. I don't know. Like this to me, like I saw this picture, right? I was actually going to do a video on this. Baron, are you there?
Yep.
Okay. So here's another full collection. What's your take on this? I mean, this is the bird's eye view of this. I mean, heavy hitters, obviously, but somehow it doesn't feel right. I don't know. Something just bothers me. I don't know.
Maybe it's that watch that's in the middle in the second row.
No, it's not that. You know what it is? I just realized it's lack of color. It's like they're all white metals. There's no yellow. It's all very it blends in. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, I just realized it's all like the same thing. I mean, almost all of it is round dials. It's almost all white metal. I mean, this is kind of boring. I bet this guy eats the same thing for lunch every day almost. I mean, but
possibly.
But yeah, there's no question. It's kind of weird. I just realized, the more I look at this, the more I look at this, the more it bothers me. Because, okay, I mean, these are like, these are obviously heavy hitters, right? This is a couple of $1 million. So he's got this Richard Mille. on this. I don't know. I guess this is titanium, and it just looks kind of dull. He's got the Vacheron. I think it's steel. Is that steel? I don't know. These just look very dull to me. I mean, this is the nicest watch, but because the pink and the white. But it's and he's got how many perpetual count? He's got the perpetual calendars look the same. He's got between the Vacheron and the AP. He's got 2 Vacheron dual times, right? Is this a dual time? No, I think this is a dual time, right? Is this a dual time right here? Yeah, it looks to me like very redundant. It's like hype watch. It's sort of like he's got 2 MB&F. He's got, like these are all like kind of like, you know, what's the word? Serious horologists. It's like serious horologist watch, serious horologist hype watches, but like kind of dull. You know, it's just very dull. But this is a cool. I mean, this is a cool. This is a coral pink, peach. Chime in. Feel free to chime in, Baron. I mean, don't chime in. You can interrupt.
Yeah, I'm looking at that collection. I'm thinking, it's actually like.
You got interrupted. Your mic went out. You were saying something and mic went out. This is actually a stunning watch. I mean, not my thing, but the color is amazing here. Wow, this is actually, the more I look at this, it's like, wow, this is cool. Baron, your mic keeps going out. I don't know, like, were you saying something before?
Oh, I was just talking about the previous box we were looking at. It felt like it had some sort of theme to it. It felt like everything was kind of like cohesive.
Oh, yeah. No, okay.
Yeah, but I agree. It doesn't have, that box does not have a lot of personality, but everything kind of it goes together.
No, you nailed it. You nailed it. It is cohesive. It all basically, you know, if you saw this, like, okay, it's all the same guy. Like, you know, it's like, you know, you see it all belongs to one guy, basically. It's like the same, like, taste.
Yeah. It's kind of like, I guess, you know, if someone's putting together like a show of something, then that, you know, like everything in there is in the same show.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, it's like, you know, the guy wears the white shirt every day, the same kind of tie, but just slightly different color. You know, maybe it's a light blue, maybe it's a dark, you know, like whatever. But like, okay, what is this? Wow, I've never seen this before. Vacheron Tourbillon. What is that? It's a date with a date retrograde. Wow, that's actually a cool watch. I mean, it's like, you know, it's crazy. I mean, does he own that watch? I didn't see that in here. Because they all look the same. Did I miss it or something? Like, maybe I missed it. Oh no, here it is. Is this it? No, I missed it. No, it doesn't. No, it's not here. I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of. Oh, there's a Chapek. Yeah, Chapek. I'm not really a fan of these independent brands that just make me nervous. All right, let's go back. Wow, this is interesting. What is this? Wow. What is this? Does this react to the light or something? Or like, what's going on here with this dial? This is actually an interesting design. Baron, are you familiar with this watch?
No, it's that is definitely an interesting looking watch.
Well, this is what it's all about. It's all about discovery. So let's click on this. Colloquium. So this is Colloquium, New Brutalist Horology. I like this. Whoa. Now this is interesting. Okay, this is interesting. I've never seen this before. This is innovation. Look at the way they do this back. You got the little screw, what are these called? The hexagon, whatever, opener. The way they have this thing here, basically a Swiss-made watch that can get. It's funny. It's funny. These guys are hilarious. I'm gonna follow. These guys are hilarious here. Wow. Sapphire. It looks like a 3D surface, no? Oh, it is a 3D. It's a 3D dial surface. Wow. Your mic gets an A+.
Yeah, so now the question becomes how thick is.
Yeah, that is a good question. It looks pretty thick. I gotta tell you, this is like, here's the thing I appreciate about these kind of independent guys. I mean, this is innovation. I mean, look at this. I have never seen anything like this. I mean, this is a completely what is it? What's the Latin word? Sui generis? Is that it? It's like, from what is it? I mean, it's unlike anything else. It's not taking from anybody. Mm-hmm. It's completely Baron, give me what's the right words? You're more articulate than I am. What am I trying to say?
Okay, I know what you mean, but the word doesn't come to mind right now.
I think what I'm trying to say is that these guys, like all these other watches, they're all kind of influenced by others, whatever. They're all kind of, these guys are kind of like
an original idea.
Original, but sort of like out of the what is it? It's like from there's a word. There's like a word. There's a Latin word that means like out of nothing. Like basically, like it is one off out of nothing. Like completely, This is pretty cool. I wonder how much these go for. I mean, this is a really cool watch.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. How much do these go for? Can you look this up? Can somebody? If I go off this thing, it's gonna screw up my whole. Now, does this respond to light? That's what I'm trying to understand here. Does this have some sort of light? I mean, this is like something from outer space. Okay, so look, this is it. Look, you know what? That's what this show is all about. Is it's an opportunity to discover new things. Oh, he had a lot of sub-dollars. Oh yeah, hang on. Let me back up. We got to catch up. We got to catch up to some of the chats. Baron Buff. I'm a fan of colored straps. I mean, to me, the whole point of having a dress watch is to get like a custom color, like a custom strap in some like crazy color, some exotic leather, something interesting. That's the whole point for me. Oh, that guy's a backpack flipper, the NYC watch guy. Flat 4, can you fucking join in here? What are you doing here? Hiding out. Join in here. Join the Baron and I, the Baron Sung and I here, and give us the details. So apparently this NYC watch guy is a backpack flipper. He's like is that what you're saying? Is he like an Anthony? Is he like Anthony Farrer? Is he gay for pay? Is that what this guy is? Maybe. Is he going gay for pay to pay for the watches? Because that's what Anthony did. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do to get the right watch. Wow. This is a stunning watch. I mean, listen. I mean, this Vacheron, is this steel? It's steel, right? I think it's steel. I mean, look, this guy takes great pictures. I mean, what an amazing photo. Shit.
All right, so now let's look at that photo now with the Patek with the diamonds around the bezel. Even though that bezel is thick to support the diamonds, it just has a different feel to it than the Royal Oak with the diamonds because there's no screws there to break it up.
Yeah, no, it makes a big difference. It's funny. Now that I think, but probably when they were developing that, right, when they were designing that, they must have thought about that. Do we keep the screws or do we hide the screws? You know, they must have thought about that.
So I don't think the screws are functional. I think it's just for show.
Yeah, it's just it's just, you know, it's like the whole everything there is. But I guess they wanted to keep the whole the original design language. Is that what you'd call it? The original design, you know?
Yeah.
There we go. This, yeah, we've seen this before. Okay, so let's go back. We got distracted by this guy. Let me see. Where is this guy? Flat four. It's an MBA, MBNF. They stole the Ming. No. The watch we were showing, whatever that German thing was, or whatever the Swiss. No, I don't think it was a Ming. I think it was. I think they had their own language. I really don't think it was a Ming. I mean, oh, there we go. That's it. So, Baron, the watch we're looking at, that brand, it's only like 3,000 US, basically. That's a good deal.
Yeah, it was. I was thinking that. I was thinking, all right, it's either going to be in like the look, like for a few thousand, or it's going to be like you know, in the 50 plus thousand. It's going to be one or the other.
You know, that's actually pretty crazy, right? It's like Richard Mille, right? Like that's basically like a Richard Mille type of thing, right? Could be, you know, it could be whatever. It could be, let's just, you know, flip a coin, right? Like stick your finger, you know, in the way and see where. Yeah, it's like what is it? Can we get 50 grand? Are we going to sell more watches at 50 or 3? That's probably what they were thinking. So Watch Luck is saying a real man doesn't wear a diamond bezel. Baron, what are your thoughts?
Oh, that. All right, I'm gonna say something really trash right now. It's that sounds like something someone that can afford a diamond bezel would say.
I think this guy can. Actually.
But I agree most of the time. I think on men's watches, diamonds do not really go well on most men's watches. You know, but with the AP that we saw before, I think it well, I don't know if it necessarily adds to the watch, but it doesn't take away from the watch having those diamonds.
Yeah, in other words, it doesn't, like, if I saw somebody wearing that, I wouldn't think they're trash. If I saw that on a Rolex, you know, with that round, the little baby diamonds, I would think, oh, this guy's a piece of shit. You know, like I actually, everybody I met who has that is a piece of shit. Like everybody who has like the Rolex with the round, you know, the bezel with the little baby diamonds, they're basically like wannabes. But on the Vacheron, remember we were talking about the Vacheron with the baguettes on the bezel, the Vacheron, the overseas? Yeah. I'm a huge fan of that. Like I would love to have that. I mean, if it was smaller, if it was cheaper, I mean, it's amazing. The AP, here's the thing. I mean, yeah, on the AP, it's not bad. It's really not bad. Although, you know, like it does look a little bit feminine because I saw one in 37 millimeter, which is like the maximum size I can wear in the Royal Oak. And because I was looking for 37, and I was at the store and I said, "Oh, this is the only thing we have. We have this one with the diamonds on." I was like, "Nah, thank you. It's not. You know, it's like, it's just not." There we go. Oh, speaking of diamonds, here we go. Yeah, so we got this again. I mean, these guys just nail it. They are so good. You know, it's interesting. Like Patek Philippe has so many dogs. I mean, Patek has a lot of dogs. They put out a lot of dogs. AP, somehow they're so consistent with the Royal Oak. I don't know. It's just they all look amazing.
Yeah, but at the same time, when you really only have one watch, you know, when you put out variations, you have to make sure that they hit hard.
Yeah. Oh, look, Cartier has a lot of heat now. Wait, is this a vintage watch? Is this a vintage watch? Is this a 1965 watch? No. Is this? Let me see what it says here. I think this is a vintage watch. I can't tell. I don't really follow Cartier, but this is actually a beautiful watch. Love it, beautiful. Okay, there we go. Are you a fan of the wood dial?
I like any non-standard dial. I'm a big fan of any non-standard dial.
Okay, okay. Yeah, the one thing is, I think we had a guy on one of our streams who had one of these wood dials, and the thing about the wood dial makes me nervous because I would think like, could it warp if a little moisture gets in there? Will it warp?
Probably, but I bet you it's probably coated in some kind of resin. It's gotta.
Okay. Well, these are old. These are old. This is funny. Antarctica. This guy should write a book of poetry. Illumination. This guy is unbelievable. Okay, which would you rather wear? A platinum watch and bracelet? No, obviously platinum. I mean, yeah. Actually, I wouldn't wear platinum. I don't like platinum. I don't like the heavy thing. I don't like demonic price. Paul Newman would never. That's true. Paul Newman. Can you imagine Paul Newman wearing a diamond bezel?
Yeah, Liberace. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like during that time, you had to be kind of like really flamboyant for a guy to have gems on his watch.
I was going to say Frank Sinatra probably had gems on his watch. I'm sure Frank Sinatra had. Yeah, he could pull it off. A few people could pull it off. Now this guy, this guy. Every time I see this guy, he's got these weird tattoos. I think this is a Chinese guy from Hong Kong, and I don't really see mainland Chinese people with tattoos. It's like a very, I don't know. It's a very, what is it? It's a very, I don't know. This guy's tattoos just disturb me. He's got some interesting watches though. This Cartier is amazing. This shape here, wow.
Yeah. The design on that case is A+. It's almost like a frame.
Yeah, you know what? You got to start writing articles. No, this is exactly correct. This is like a frame. It's like a framing a painting.
Yeah,
a thick frame. This guy's tattoos just ruin every picture. He's got to get rid of these tattoos here. It's disgusting.
All right, so here we go. Let me ask you a question, Colonel. Why don't you like platinum?
Okay, so two reasons. First of all, it's heavy. It's very heavy. To me, like, I don't know. It's like, okay, first of all, it's not really a precious metal. You know what I mean? It's really like a strategic metal. It's like, I don't know, rhodium or something, or plate. It's not it's sort of like, there's a bunch of these weird metals that go for crazy money, right? Like, I'm trying to think of a name, but there's, it's one of these weird. I don't know why people got into it. To me, it looks like could it be white gold? It's harder than white. It doesn't do anything for me. It's kind of like. The only benefit I think it has is that it's tougher than gold. That's the only thing.
All right, I see. Yeah.
Do you like platinum?
I don't own any platinum watches, and I thought about getting one just because the when it gets polished, it's supposed to not lose any material, but it's also more difficult to polish. So I guess to me that's one of the I guess selling points of platinum. And since most of my watches are dress watches, I wear it on a strap, so I'm not too concerned about extra weight because I'm not dealing with a bracelet.
Oh, the guy's a triad guy. Is he a triad guy? What do they call the triads of Hong Kong? Bone case. That's what they call it. The guy with the tattoo. Maybe we shouldn't say anything bad about it if he's part of the triad. Women love platinum. Is that true? I don't believe that. I don't think women love platinum.
Oh, women will like anything that's expensive.
Platinum to me is, I don't get it. 279 super. Is that a super sticker or a super chat? I don't know. Great photography. Look, thank you. We're here to please. We are here to please. Look, the whole thing is we want to focus on this, right? Here's the point. I want to see great watches. I want to see creative photos. Because anybody, I mean, look, it's like these people are taking time. Now, this is a crazy Daytona, and this thing looks amazing in the yellow gold here. I mean, it really does. That the bezel, wow. I mean, the diamonds are a little too much, but somehow they don't bother me with that crazy.
Yeah, because I don't think the diamonds are all uniform. It's got like a wallpaper effect to it.
You really have an eye for detail. Like, I didn't even notice that. I was like, something interesting. Okay. Yeah, no, you pointed something out I didn't notice. Yeah, it's like it's a different layout.
Yeah, as opposed to
Go ahead.
Yeah, so it's not like the way that they do bust down watches. So when they do bust down, it's all like yeah. So this is a little different. So it almost because it's not uniform like a bust down watch, even though it's the way it's laid out kind of is, but in more of a I don't know the right word to explain it, but it's not set up in like a tight grid pattern. So it's a little bit less noticeable and it's a little bit more subtle, and that's what makes it nicer than a bust down.
It kind of goes out like sun rays, it goes out from the center, like it expands, from the center. So watch like saying, when you wear a platinum watch, you're wearing a cool watch without the flash. Okay. Now, I don't know, watch looks. Do you have platinum watches? Have you had platinum watches? I've never had a platinum watch. I've never, I remember like in the late 90s, platinum was a big thing. White, gold, platinum. That was the big thing. I never understood it. I mean, actually, no. I should say no. It was the cool thing, but it was out of my budget. Okay, Langenzonen. Are you a Langenzonen guy?
I am not. They're too thick. And I don't like the way they do the big date. The Glashütte original, I think they've got a better big date. But, their watches are also too thick.
Yeah, no, the thickness bothers me. Like, there's no reason to do it. The big date and the font of it is, I find it very ugly. And I've said this before, right? These watches, the Lange, they have like this Hitler design vibe. They got this Hitler-esque Third Reich design aesthetic. It's there's like there's some sort of weird element there, which actually they never had.
I like that it's different, but at the same time, I also, just as a general kind of thing, I don't like watches where the time it's kind of like almost on a subdial. So I like it when it tells the time through the entire face of the watch.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, that's the whole point of the watch. That's the whole point of the watch, is to know what time it is. And when you're relegated, you're relegated to the corner, like, oh, this is like, the main. Because I asked the guy, it's funny, I asked the guy at one of the boutiques for Glashütte, and he said, oh, yeah, the main idea is the date. Today's date is the main. And then you have I was like, what? Get out of here. It's like, get the fuck out.
Yeah, okay, but at the same time, though, once you get into like the really high-end watches, time just becomes like a secondary thing. It's more of a kind of like you're just showing off like these other cool features of your watch. Like some of them, they actually have like these I want to call it, it's almost like an automaton on the watch, or they could just be showing off somewhere like it's like some kind of art or something that's on the watch on the dial.
Yeah, no, it's just like, to me though, I don't know, it's kind of like, okay. So this is what you're talking. See, this is a little bit tacky. I don't know. This is a woman's watch. I mean, okay,
yeah. If it is a woman's watch, I mean, I could totally see that being a woman's watch, and that's selling well.
Yeah, it's definitely, yeah. But even still, it's a little bit like, even as a woman's watch, it just somehow doesn't quite look that good.
But okay. I think women don't think about watches as watches; they think about it as jewelry.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Oh, here's an interesting post. Which is better value for money? The Ellipse, the vintage Ellipse, or the Speedmaster?
Okay, so I think even if you choose like an unpopular Patek, at the end of the day, you still got a Patek. While with the
Yeah.
Speedmaster, I mean, it's yeah, it's cool and everything, but it's still an Omega.
You know, when you have the Omega Speedmaster, you're just another guy. You're just another guy in line at Starbucks. You're just another guy in line for that latte. That's what you are when you have the Speedmaster. Look at this. Okay, so here we go. On the wrist, the 11. Oh, this is the Japanese guy. This is the guy, Chronopiece. This is the guy with the crazy. This guy's got like a $50 million collection. Or 20. It's some. It's like, you know, one of the crazy. Here it is on the wrist. The strap is actually. I mean, look, these guys really like. This goes to what you were speaking about before, which is AP and Patek. I guess their design aesthetic with these so-called dress watches is they're really like sport watches on a strap. They're kind of, you know, they're like trying to be somewhere in between like a Richard Mille and an Apple Watch. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm looking at, yeah, I like that strap. What was that like? That's like sailcloth, maybe?
I think so. Yeah, this is their it's their thing. Yeah, I saw this type of strap on a excuse me, the Glashütte CQ, you know, that dive watch that they have, Glashütte. Yep. The 1 and 2 tone, which I thought was an amazing watch. The 2-tone dive watch, the Glashütte CQ. And I thought it was a much better watch than a Rolex Submariner. I actually, right now, I'm wearing the Submariner, the King Tut. I actually wore them side by side. I was like, wow, this thing is so much more refined. It's perfect. The only thing is, you know, and it's got that sailcloth. The only thing is, like, man, that watch, even if you buy it from a gray market, it's going to be $9,000. Retail, it's like 12. $9,000. I mean, I could buy a Rolex, you know, the Submariner Bluesy for that much. You know, it's kind of like, and I'll have a Rolex. The Glashütte is like, you got to explain what it is, you know?
Yeah. But at the same time, you know, like if it's a watch that you really like, you know, if you don't plan on getting rid of it, you know, like what does it matter?
No, listen, I thought about it. I did think about it. It's hard for me to justify it. Like, in other words, like, you know, I don't have a problem paying, you know, $10,000, $20,000 for a watch if I know that there's value there that I think can increase, keep up with inflation or whatever. With the CQ, I don't think that's the case. You know, I think it's a watch that will kind of be. So in other words, there basically So in other words, if I'm spending I'm justifying it. If I'm investing 10 or 20 grand in a watch, I'm okay because my money is safe. It's like an alternative to gold. But if I'm buying a $9,000 Glashütte, then I'm basically spending $9,000 like I would spend on buying a car or something. You know, it's a depreciating. It's not going to depreciate to zero, but, you know, it's like it's money that is basically like instant loss. It's basically I'm basically locked into a loss. In other words, with a Rolex, I'm going to make money. I'm for sure going to make money with a Rolex, for sure. The Glashütte,
yeah, okay, but do you necessarily have to make, you know, money on every single watch that you buy, though? I mean, can't you think about it as, let's say, just, you know, some watches, it's more like, all right, maybe it's more like a suit. I'm gonna pay a little extra, you know, it's a bespoke suit, but it has no, you know, secondary market value. Like this is it. This is mine.
No. Okay, so you completely nailed it. You completely nailed it again, Baron. Right. So it's like buying clothing, right? Now look, I all my suits are bespoke, right? And here's the thing: some of my suits are 20 years old, and you know what? They look amazing. It's a classic thing. It never goes. I mean, I can wear it till I'm 90 or whatever, right? So I can justify. But here's the thing: I don't have a choice with clothes because even if I buy an off the rack suit, it's not gonna look. It just doesn't look right. For me, it doesn't look right, right? With a watch, though, you know, it's kind of like, I have a choice. I really have a choice, basically. And it's like, it's like, I don't know. Look, I think basically, I guess I gotta make a lot more money if in order to be at the point where I'm buying a watch and I know I'm never going to get that money back. It's just I can't, it's hard for me. It's hard for me to justify, it's kind of hard. It's very hard for me to justify it.
All right. So
it's like,
if Gushue came out with,
I'm not a real collector. I'm not a real watch collector. I'm not a real watch collector.
No, but let's say if Gushue, if they redesigned the CQ, right? Let's say, the whatever that they released this year is a redesign, and it's a design that really captures your attention. Would you buy it at the same price? You're just looking at it, you're like, oh, this is perfect.
Listen, they're getting very close. Like the CQ to me was really, really like it was on my wrist. Did you ever have one on your wrist? Did you ever try one on?
Not the CQ, but I've tried on some of their Senator line watches.
No, it's a different vibe. That's totally different vibe. Come on, it's a totally different vibe. No, forget about it. Those are like no. Okay, so the CQ, the two-tone. I'm talking about the two-tone, the gold, the steel, the blue dial. To me, the watch was really almost perfect. If it only had a see-through the display back. They have a bigger one. The 41 millimeter has a display back. The problem is that it's a little big. It's a little too big for me.
And it's also thick.
No, I don't think it was thick, but it was gray. The dial was gray, not the blue. And the blue looks a lot better. But their rotor was beautiful. They have a beautiful gold rotor. I love their logo. I mean, I love the watch. It's just hard for me to justify that. Taking that hit, it's like, I don't know. It's a very, but I was going to ask you. I got distracted. Okay, this sailcloth, and this is what I asked the salesman. It's a dive watch. In other words, this is a watch I'm going to wear to the beach. I'm going to wear it swimming. How long does it take for the sailcloth to dry, or does it get wet, or what happens to it?
I think it just dries off right because sailcloth is like a canvas material, and the backing should be a rubber. So it's kind of like the 50 Fathoms, the Blancpain 50 Fathoms watch. Some of them come with a sailcloth strap. So I think
sailcloth, does it reject water? Does it repel water?
I think it just repels it. It's kind of like it should be just like a tight weave, and I don't know if they treat it or not. But it should be, you should be able to put it in water and it'll be fine.
It repels water like a Rolex Explorer repels women. The Rolex Explorer is like what do I call it? How do we say it in a family friendly pussy repellent? That's what the Rolex Explorer is. Okay, so the dry that says nobody at a watch gathering, nobody will ask to see your Speedmaster. I don't care what color it is. I don't care what color dial. Oh my God. Most of the profitable watches are basic bitch watches. I don't know. What do you think of that? I don't know about that. I don't know about in other words, I guess he's saying watches which can increase the value are basic watches. I don't know about that. That's a broad statement.
So I think it might be in reference to the recent I guess rise of the secondary market where people are just flipping Rolexes and
yeah. Okay, so back to this. We got distracted. So the code 1159. This guy's got so he's flexing to us. So this guy, I mean, he's a heavy hitter collector. Apparently, he too was invited to the AP house of Milano, which I was not. And here he's showing us the photos, right? He was invited. I was not invited. I don't know why, but apparently, you got to buy a few of these watches. Okay, so let's keep going. Watch lifestyles. The hair, the the blue dial. That's funny. That's the Tiffany dial.
Yeah.
That is funny. The shoe. Okay, that's funny. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. What is this? Red Jasper. Wow. I like this.
Yeah, that is a good looking dial, but at the same time, not having the markers just throws me off a little bit. But that is a very good looking dial though.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, it seems to me like the Datejust, the basic ones, sell for more. In precious metal, they sell for more than the date. It's kind of, I guess they made less of them. I don't know. It's cool. I mean, it's kind of interesting. It's almost like a modern looking watch. It's almost like it's minimalist kind of. When they do this, nothing.
So some designs are just timeless.
Especially when you do white metal. White metal makes it look really, just timeless.
Yeah.
The one thing I don't like is that you see the bracelet, you get that gap, and it'll pull away from the case. That you see that gap, it's kind of has a big gap.
Yeah. But that isn't that's traditional Rolex, quality though.
It's that chimsy, not the new ones. That's the old ones. It's like that old chimsy. And that kind of bothers me. Okay, it's basic Daytona. We're not interested in that. Oh, the Journe people. Oh, the Journe Club. The Journe. Oh, actually, this is a cool looking dial. Or it's a great photograph, I should say. Let's take a look at this guy, the Journe Club. What's your take on Journe? Do you think this is a hype brand, or is this something that will be relevant in 20 years and maybe even increase?
There's a huge wait list for their watches, especially I think their entry level watch, the one right there on the left.
Okay, wait, the yellow one?
Is it the very last one? Well, in the previous one, no, but the blue one. I think. Well, the standard one comes in blue. So I know there's a huge wait list for those, and on the secondary market, it's going for like something like 5 times the retail. So there is a lot of interest in that brand, and they do have a good design just because things are like different, but only a little bit different. And if you look in the back, the movements are like they're beautiful. Like I know very little about movements, about the mechanics, but just by looking at it, it's like A plus.
So here's another event I wasn't invited to. I mean, I can't believe they're not inviting the Colonel, the Emperor of Horology, to these events. It's like, I'm sure they invited me, just the invitation may have gotten lost or hijacked by the Matrix. Oh, this is one of their dinners. Oh, by the way, so here's the thing. So there was a big controversy going around that apparently FP Journe, Francois, he was at one of these dinners and he was saying some, I don't know, politically incorrect things. I'm not sure if they were racist, political, but apparently a lot of people got insulted. They walked out and they sold their collection. Have you heard about this?
I did. Okay, but now the question is, right? So if you like the design, okay. So in the art world, right? So when you have a painter, right? He's got, for whatever reason, he blows up. He's got these great pieces, but it turns out he's just like a total dirtbag. Does that really impact the price?
By the way, no, completely. Listen, I completely agree with you because listen, most great artists are like left-wingers, communists, Marxists, whatever, right? I mean, they're all into that, except when it comes to getting paid, they all want to, get paid better than everybody else, right? But they're all completely left-wingers, right? That goes with it. So to me, 100%, yeah. I mean, this guy is like viewpoint, whatever. Listen, anybody in the creative field, they're going to be a little bit nutty. I mean, like, believe me, there are no great artists who are Republicans. It just doesn't exist. It's never been that way. It's always been like guys who are a little bit, weird lifestyles, weird, like everything. That's the way it is.
Yeah.
Look at it. I don't like their hands. The one thing that bothers me, I don't like the weird shape, that weird, like, what do you call it?
I actually don't mind it because it's like, it's different. I haven't seen it before.
Yeah, it looks to me like very, I don't know. It's just, I don't like it. I like something about the hands that just bother me. I like more of like the dolphin hands or that shape. It just, let's see. Let's keep going here. Let's keep going through.
That's a smart move though on their part. By doing a new design for the hands, so that when you see a watch and you see those hands, you're like, oh, I know what watch that is.
Baron Sung, you are right again because I didn't even think about that. But those hands are completely unique.
Yeah, it's the like it represents them.
Yeah. No. Okay, so let's wrap it up here. We're gonna go through a couple more things here. Baron Philippe is not here, but he might have something to add here. Wow. Okay. Again, both of us are not chronograph people, right? We're both gonna pass on this. Okay, you get the basic. Oh my God, basic. There we go. Again, more of this. Let's see. Let's keep rolling. Basic. Let's keep rolling here. This watch. What do you think? This is a gimmick or what? What do you think of this? The DJ watch.
The DJ.
Yeah.
All right. So I like how this one doesn't have a date window, but in terms of in terms of the coloring. I mean, I haven't seen it in person, so I can't comment. But just from the photo, it's the coloring. It looks okay. Nothing too crazy. So now I'm wondering, right? So what that watch would look like if the dial was gem set.
Oh, listen, man, you have incredible observations. So first of all, I actually never paid attention to the fact that it doesn't have a date window. I never paid attention because it never really got my. The one thing I did notice is that those kind of what do you call those things that connect to the strap? From the kit. What do you call those? They have that knurling. They got what do you call that? The connection to the strap. The whatever that's called. The strap is actually unique to the thing, right? It's got that same theme. But what you said is actually fucking amazing, right? Imagine if they have colored gems instead of the. Well, that would be amazing, actually.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't done that. That's a great idea. You should be.
Yeah, but I bet you it's probably incredibly difficult to do gem set on that dial, because I know just doing the dial by itself, it isn't too bad. It's just like a brocading machine, so it's not that bad. But to do that and the gem set, I'm just thinking it's gonna be a nightmare.
How much more difficult is it to do that versus the regular?
Okay, so
dials?
That I've never gem set anything, so I can't comment. But I'm thinking if they do decide to do a gem set, they can't do the brocading and the gem set. They'll just have to make it in such a way that it looks like it is brocaded.
But that would be stunning. Actually, that would be. It's kind of like it's like one of these rainbow watches, but this is like the real deal. This is it makes sense actually here. I mean, watch. If they did this with gem set, do you know how hot this would be? With rappers and all the music guys, the Ed Sheerans, all those music. It would go through the roof. This would be the hottest watch of all time.
Yeah.
Of all time.
Especially if you do a limited release, maybe just 150 a year or something like that. It'd be crazy.
Oh no, that watch it would go through it would go to the moon. That would go to the moon. Let me see here. What do we got? Let's okay, chronograph. Let's see what. This is a beautiful watch. Actually, what is this? White gold Daytona. I don't really even pay attention. This is a modern watch. I don't pay attention to the date, but this looks really nice. I mean, it just looks very clean, as the kids call it. Wow. I mean, that's a really beautiful design. I just can't. I don't know. It is actually, the more I look at this is like a beautiful watch. I just have no use for this chronograph thing. It's I mean, I wish I had a reason to use it, but I don't. Okay, so this is boring. Okay, let's wrap. Okay, so let's find one great watch and then we'll wrap it up. Okay, how's that?
All right, sounds good.
Okay, maybe two. Okay, two. I was gonna say, because this doesn't quite. I mean, this is really nice, but we've kind of seen this. I mean, this is a really nice. We've just kind of. Wait. Did we see this? What is this? Open work jumbo. We've seen this. I think this is not new, right? This is not new. Is this new? I don't know. This is just too much. This watch is just too much. I mean, it's amazing, but just too much. Okay, let's do. Okay. There we go. the Colonel's watch. By the way, I have to go to service because my moon phase is not working. I try to set the moon phase. I was wearing it. There's something. Yeah, I'm afraid to know what the price is. How much it's going to cost to the repair. Okay, let's do one last watch. One last one. Let's find one good watch. One good watch. Let's find one watch we hate. Now I despise this. This to me is modern Patek. I can't stand this watch. Like this fake carbon fiber thing. Like, oh my god. You probably like it.
I don't mind the carbon fiber, even though I'm not a big fan of it. I don't mind it. I think on this particular watch, though, the date window is what gets me.
Yeah. Why?
Because it doesn't belong there. Like, okay, if they were going to put the date window there, it would make more sense if they were to blend it in with that carbon fiber design, but not on the outer ring with the numerals.
Well, here's the thing. I think Patek, that's the one thing they never quite figured out. Like AP now does like the date window matches the dial. It blends in.
Mm-hmm.
I think these guys have like a very, they're just gonna stick with white because it stands. Whatever. They're like just very stubborn. The one thing I like is the hands look modern. They're probably like loomed, right? They're probably loomed hands.
Probably. Yeah.
I just the carbon fiber thing. The whole kind of like, it's too like. I don't know. They're like trying to be something that they're. I mean, the numbers look good. I mean, this is like, I don't know. Is this a dress? The carbon fiber, like, I don't like fake things, right? The carbon fiber is very fake.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing to me, it feels like some sort of like, I think it's a miss. It's a real misfire for these guys.
I think the carbon fiber could work if they put more thought into the design of the case, where it would make sense with the carbon fiber, like instead of just having like a round case.
Why not just use real carbon fiber? How about that?
Yeah, that's also a thought. Yeah,
I mean, if they did that would actually be different because who would think that Patek would do carbon fiber? It's like that's not their thing.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, here we go. This is the sand gold. This is their. Here we go. Oh man, their Instagram. Okay, we saw this, right? We saw this. Fashion is boring. Okay, let's find one last watch. We're gonna do one last good watch. One last good watch. I don't want to do a Daytona. Let's see. One last. Should we? We might be running out. There might not be anything good. Let's do one. This is not bad. This is design. This with these this. What do you call it? This is their like this their thing. This design, this dial is, I think, absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning. Let's see here. We got Baron Neo. Here we go. Question: what watch will you? Good question.
Yeah, that is. All right, so Baron, I mean, have you ever come across a watch where it's like, all right, no, this is the watch I'm going to wear with me, like in the coffin?
I don't want to think those type of thoughts. I don't want to think. Well, actually, no. What amazing. No, listen. I'll be honest. I've never the one watch that kind of sticks out. Of all the watches that I've seen, the one watch that kind of just like blows me away. Like I was like, wow, this is just amazing. Is it's that Vacheron Overseas with a baguette. See that tourbillon with a baguette diamond and bezel,
mm-hmm.
and the crazy thing is, like, to me, the tourbillon thing means absolutely nothing. The watch is too big, but that's the one watch that just of all the things I've ever seen, like that one just sticks out of my head. Like, wow, this is just amazing. Just like I've never seen anything like it. Yes, this is live. Baron Ivar, welcome. Ted, welcome. The dry down. He made so FP Jour made anti-Semitic jokes. Jewish collectors sold to Middle East to the Arabs. This is funny. Yeah. So FP Journ. Let me see here. What do we got? Barons. Fuck the other shows. I agree. I'm going to jump. You should do that. I concur. The James Camp, the deep blue, the deep sea is. That watch is horrible. The deep sea is horrible. It's like a big watch. Day-date, white gold. You know what? Day-date meteorite. Day-date meteorite with a baguette diamonds. To me, that watch is like, that's a great watch. Baron Auto Locksmith Specialist, welcome to the program. Yeah, this is nice. Okay, let's do one watch. Let's do one watch here. Let's wrap it up. What do we got here? Anything? Is this a 41? Is this a Datejust 41? What do you think of the Datejust 41?
Oh, just in general, I'm not a fan of Rolex hands. So that's also part of the reason why I don't own any Rolex. I mean, but my mom's huge on Rolex, though. Like that, and I'm also low-key worried about getting jumped for my watch if I wear Rolex.
What don't you like about the hands?
I don't think they're refined. They don't look refined. So that's not to say the Mercedes hands aren't refined, but I don't like the look of Mercedes hands. And then for these stick hands, they just don't look like they belong on a watch in that price category.
Now that you mentioned it, I just realized that thing has bothered me because I think what you're saying is maybe because you want the hands to come out from the thing. You don't want them to kind of like go. You know what I'm saying? Like they're going beyond the the centerpiece that holds them in. What do you call that? They kind of like overlap. You know what I'm saying? They have that overlap thing.
No, it's not so much that. It's just the overall design of the hands. It doesn't look refined.
They're boring.
Yeah. So like I like Breguet hands because it's like, I don't know, it looks like they put some thought into that design. Yeah,
they did. They did.
I also like on the Glashut original, right, on the center line. Not so much the hour hand, but for the minute hand, I think they call them. It's like I think they call it like a pear shape. I like that design on the minute hand. I don't like the spade shape that they have on the hour hand. I don't like needle hands. I actually do like leaf hands though, but I like skeleton leaf hands. So I just like hands where it looks like they put a lot of thought into the design of the hands, as opposed to something like this on the Rolex where it looks like, just kind of like it just looks stamped and then that's it.
Stop. Like they bought it from China, like Alibaba Express, like whatever, random.
Yeah. It looks hands. Yeah.
No, it really. Now that you mention it, it's starting to bother me actually. I mean, like these hands look perfect. These AP to me they look perfect. The AP hands.
Yeah, even though they're a little bit basic, they do look look like they've been
somebody put thought into it.
Yeah. So it looks a little bit refined.
Yeah. I mean, like the basic Rolex hands. Like now you think about it, like this could have come from these hands could have come from any watch of the 1950s, basically. Like literally, could have come from like whatever, just like leftovers. So this guy's a surfer. Heavy watches. Wait, I would think if you're a surfer, I would think if a guy's a surfer, I would think if a guy's a serious surfer, he probably wouldn't want like a big heavy Rolex because it kind of weighs down your hand. It bang against the board. You could crack the board maybe. Like I think if I was a surfer, I would probably want like that Glashütte watch with a sailcloth, slimmer profile, sleeker, or something like that. Where it's like that kind of strap. It's more sleeker on the hand, like not like a bulky. The Rolex is really like a bulky watch. It's not like aerodynamic. Let's see. Let's go. Let's find one last watch here. Okay. Frank Mueller. Ooh. Oh, wow. This is interesting because he's got Frank Mueller. Back in the day, people thought that Frank Mueller was that was the FP Journe of today, basically.
Yeah, they were the Richard Mille of the day.
Yeah, or actually closer to FP Journe, I think. But because it's more of a dressy dress watch. But obviously, FP Journe is more like no. But I think Frank Mueller was like a serious watchmaker. He was considered like a serious watchmaker.
Yeah, and I think he also had some sort of scandal.
I think he was a coke addict or something. He was also I think apparently a lot of these watchmakers like to party. I think this FP Journe. I think he definitely apparently he likes to drink a lot. I don't know if he does coke, but Frank Mueller was a big coke guy. So it's probably when you're dealing with all these little parts. Yeah, at the end of the day, imagine you're sitting there, you got those, the microscopes around your eyes. You're dealing with the little parts. You just want to go crazy at the end of the day,
Yeah.
I mean, okay. I think we're going to end it on this watch because this is to me, this is perfection. To me, this is perfection.
Yep, that's a good watch.
I mean, if it was smaller, it's a little too big. Is this white gold? I don't know this model. What is this? Is this white gold? It's got to be white gold. I mean, this is ice blue. It's like these guys nail it. I mean, the ice blue. Can somebody tell me what this is? Is this gold? Is this white gold or is this steel? Shit, this is amazing. Oh wait, are these guys doing platinum watches or something? Is that what this is? Is this a platinum theme? I think this might be a platinum theme. Is this a platinum watch? Let's see. What are they saying in the chat? He wears the land surfing. 80s Citizen. Okay, that makes sense. The jam. Frank Mueller was the 90s watch. Frank Mueller was a big thing in the 90s. Yeah, I remember that. That was like a big thing. Like a lot of Russian mob guys had that watch back in the day. Frank Mueller. That was like the big. Shit, this is nice. Blue. Wow. Did I ask you about the Sky Dweller, Baron?
No. What about the Sky Dweller?
Do you have any issues with the Sky Dweller? Is it the hands? What don't you like about it?
It's mostly the hands, but the Sky Dweller is it's a good looking watch. Just in general, I don't like. I mean, and it's just not me. It's a lot of people. They don't like the Cyclops on top of the dial. I've seen a Ulysse Nardin where they do the Cyclops under the glass, which I think actually adds a lot to it.
You're a Rolex hater. You're basically a Rolex hater.
I guess I am. No, but they're 1908, which I haven't seen in person. But just from the photos, I think it's a good looking watch. Probably wouldn't get it in that for the price that they're asking for. I wouldn't pay that for it though. But I do think it's a good looking watch. I think the discontinued Cellini line was they had a couple of good looking watches. Some of the older Rolexes, they've got the Tiger Eye. I think that's a beautiful watch.
Oh, yeah.
So So no, Rolex, they do have a couple of I think incredible looking watches. So I don't want to sound like I'm always shitting on Rolex, but it's just for the regular watches overall, I'm just not really a big fan of Rolex.
Yeah. No. Oh yeah, so this guy, this is the Indian guy. I think he had like $100 million wedding or something. This Ambani guy had all these different watches. Hype watches. This guy had all the hype watches. Crazy. I mean, this is like unbelievable. Oof. Oof. Wow. Yeah, this is the AP perpetual. This is I think this is platinum. Is this platinum? It's got to be platinum. It's got to be platinum. Yeah, platinum. So the skeleton. I don't know. It's like so hard to read.
Yeah, but I think, I don't know, it works for that watch, and
it does. I don't know why.
I also like the strap. They excellent choice on the strap.
No, the whole thing works because it's what it is? It's the tones. I think it's because platinum is kind of a cooler blue or whatever, and you got the gray, the blue. This is really actually it's complete. Like everything works because I've seen that watch maybe on black straps, and it was like the basic black strap, and it was not. And here it looks amazing. I mean, this is I would say this might be the watch of the day here. This might be the watch of the day.
Yeah, and they did an excellent selection on the case as well for that design. The case as well as the skeleton and the subdials, it all works. Beautiful watch.
Now it's interesting. So this watch, right? So this one is in yellow gold, basic, just a basic dial. There used to be, I mean, like everything went okay, but there were roughly 8 to 10 grand. Now they're like starting at 15 grand, 15 to 25, big range. I think some guy tried to like corner the market in these. I don't know. So at 15 grand for an Audemars Piguet perpetual calendar, I think it's a good value. Even at 50, even though the price doubled, I mean, I think it's a very good value compared to a lot of things out there.
Yeah, I agree. So, all right. So if it was going for like 9 previously and then 15 now, yeah, I think that it's probably in line with just general price increases for everything else.
Yeah, yellow gold, not the platinum. Yellow, basic yellow gold. It's the same case. Everything is the same.
Yeah. Would you have to know what the diameter of that is?
It's like 36 mil. It's a perfect size. 36, very thin, very thin. 36. I'm actually, I'm actually thinking of getting one of those. Here's the thing. I'm thinking of between that, the perpetual, like the yellow gold one, or a JLC. And the JLCs are roughly the same price, but they're not as refined. They're thicker case. But I'm thinking maybe the JLC is a little bit more durable. These perpetual calendars, they can be expensive to repair. It's like
yeah. Right, but at the same time, I mean, who really expects a perpetual calendar to be durable, though?
I do.
It's just got too many. Yeah. No, I know what you're saying, but it's just got like too many moving pieces in there. It's things. It's just like, you kind of have to expect to send it in.
Aquanaut. What's your take on the Aquanaut?
Okay, so the Aquanaut. I'm telling you stories. Back in 2009, I think I was in Kuwait City. My coworkers took me to a, just like one of the markets where they had a store with replicas, and then I asked them, right? So I asked them if they had any Aquanauts, available, and the guy said no because no one buys them. So back in 2009, no one wanted the Aquanaut.
Wait. 2009?
2009, yeah. I was
wow,
in. That's a yeah. I was in Kuwait City. I was in Kuwait City for work.
Wow. Were you in the same line of work? The accounting thing?
Oh no. I was in defense at the time doing logistics. I was working for the Army.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So this was during the Gulf War, basically. It was that whole period, the Gulf War period.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Gulf War was over, but it was
not the Gulf War, not the Gulf War. The Iraq, the whole Iraq, whatever. They stayed there for a long time. There was a whole it became a whole defense military industrial complex
Exactly.
thing.
A big money pit.
But so it's fascinating you say that, because in 2009, right? Like, this watch has been around for a while. Like, I put out a video, like, basically, sharing my thoughts of hatred for this watch. And yeah, like, this was basically considered like kind of like like a basic sort of very basic bitch watch.
Yeah.
It was a dog. It was a dog.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so I could see Patek putting out something like this, something that's at a lower price point, where like parents could get something for their kids as like a graduation gift, like a well-to-do parents.
Yeah, somebody said that on our stream, like, this was a gift, like if you had a purchase history, they would throw one in for free. Like, if you spent a couple $100,000, they'd give you one for free for your kids.
Yeah, I mean, just as something, to get you into the Patek family.
Yeah, to start you off. George Soros, he was always pictured with, I mean, like, I remember seeing one of these, like, around that time, 2010, like one of these Aquanauts. This model exactly. And he could afford whatever. I mean, but it's like, this is I think that this is basically a ripoff of the Hublot, the Hublot of the 80s, that came originally on the rubber. Like, they really invented the whole rubber strap medals thing, the Hublot, back in like 1978 or whatever. And these guys are like, I think, just, again, Patek Philippe is always copying people. Like, after the Royal Oak, they came out with the Nautilus. After the Hublot, they came out with this 10 years. Like, they're very. But you know what? I'll tell you what. If it was cheap enough, like, it's kind of I could see it, like, if this wasn't popular, if this was like 10 grand, I could kind of see this sort of like, like a, I don't know, like a sport watch, basically.
Yeah.
But really not, because it has no functionality. It's got no timing. It's probably not even waterproof. Oh, here's your favorite watch. Wait, what is this? Grossular. What the hell is that?
It's got to be it looks like some kind of stone.
Grossular. I never heard of the stone. Oh, it's got these baby diamonds. Yeah, I don't like that baby diamond thing. The stone is cool, though.
Yeah.
The stone is fucking amazing.
Yeah. Whenever I see stone dials, though, I'm always like thinking, I don't know, this could just be like one. Say again?
You're worried it might crack?
Yeah, just like like one wrong bump, and I'm just thinking, this is gonna crack.
Yeah. No, this is. I mean, it is beautiful. The diamonds are a little bit too. Diamonds are a little bit too much. Oh, so this is the guy, the Indian wedding guy. This watch is obviously factory. I don't know why he needs to wear so many watches. This guy's like, it's almost kind of like, I mean, it's like a young guy. He's probably in his 20s. Like, to start off with like every hype ultra. I mean, not even hype. We're talking about like ultra. Like, it's kind of like after that, it's kind of like downhill.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happens when you're spending your parents' money.
Yeah, it's like the problem with this watch is you got all the diamonds, and the dial is so utilitarian. It's just so basic. Makes the whole thing look like unfinished, like they ran out of money. It's like the guy, they ran out of money. They ran out of budget when they got to the dial.
Yeah. Okay, but at the same time, though, I think they're kind of locked in to that dial design.
Well, especially with this, you got this complication, I guess. I mean, there's not a lot you can do. The dial has got so much going on in there.
Yeah.
But
what I'm saying is, I don't think Patek has really like much leeway in changing the look of the dial, because then otherwise it wouldn't be as recognizable.
I think basically like these guys were really like, if they weren't such sellouts trying to like do these gem set things, if they weren't such sellouts, they should have just kept it. Okay, we just say, look, we're not going to do the whole, because it takes away from the. I mean, it just makes it look kind of cheap because you got all this. I mean, like you got crazy rubies and diamonds, and then the watch is like. I mean, the watch is a utilitarian kind of. It's a dual time. It's a dual time. What a chronograph, and I mean, it's kind of like you get. It's like why don't you just? It's almost like you cover a garbage pail in gold. You know what I mean? Like you need the garbage pail, but why you don't
All
get
right,
cover
but
in
at the
diamonds?
same time,
It's
though,
too.
let's say if you ran Patek, though, right? So, I mean, would you bust your ass trying to sell like let's say like 50 entry level Calatravas, or would you just rather sell one of these like gem set watches?
No, no. I'll tell you what I would do. First of all, look, anybody who's spending that kind of money on a gem set watch, right? I don't think they really care about extra functions. It's not like I don't think if you're doing that type of gem set, the whole thing with rubies and big baguette diamonds, you basically want a watch that's just going to have flash. So all you need is a basic, two-hand dial. Basic. That's all you need. Then fine, I would do that. But if I'm going to have like complications, then you can't put gems on that type of dial. Like it doesn't work. So it's sort of like it's like one of those things where I know, like I think a lot of the like German manufacturers, like they wouldn't allow you to put on chrome wheels, like in Germany, chrome wheels. Did you hear about this?
No,
Like
no, I've heard
chrome?
about that.
Yeah, because chrome basically could corrode or whatever. I mean, this is what I heard way back, and I'm finding it out for myself because I have chrome wheels, and they're older, and I've had also problems in the last like I don't know year or so. Like one wheel after another had to get repaired from corrosion inside the chrome. Because it's just corrosion or whatever. Like some water might get in and then they corrode or whatever, or the frat. There's like also bullshit because of chrome, and that now I understand. So like they should have that same policy. Look, we're not going to put diamonds on a watch to take away from the functionality. They should have that policy because that's like a very Germanic Swiss mindset. I'm surprised they don't do that because they're sellouts. They're just sellouts. They just want to get paid from
Yeah,
whoever.
I think once you hit a certain volume in production, you just become less picky in what the customers want and just do whatever.
Yeah, listen. Everybody's like, so Patek. These guys are like they're saints or whatever. No, the prostitutes. They just want to get paid. I mean. Wow, what is this? Oh, this is a Vacheron? This is crazy.
No.
Wow. Oh, this is Jean Rousseau. This is you know what? This is an interesting watch, actually. I mean, not my thing, but it's an interesting, like, wow, I'm surprised. Wow. What? Phillips. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna find out one last watch and that's it. But then Baron will let you go. We're gonna. We're gonna end on one last one. We're gonna end on the final. That's it. We're gonna find one. That's it. We'll be done. We'll be done. Shit. Do you think this Cartier thing is overhyped? What do you think of this whole Cartier hype? Why all of a sudden this Cartier, like all of a sudden people are saying, "Oh my God, this is," like.
All right, wasn't it like 5 years ago that basically like Cartier was very available and at a discount, like at a substantial discount,
and then not only that, but all these alleged influencers, all these so-called watch channel influencers, all these people, they're all knocking Cartier. I mean, actually, no, they would say, "Oh, Cartier, well, they're respectable jewelry, and they did invent the wristwatch, but the watch is a shitter, whatever." And now, like, oh my God, Cartier. Look at this. I'm not a fan of this color though. What is this color? Oh, it's a special UAE. It's like a greenish. Success of the Dubai Watch Week. Turquoise. Okay. Oh fuck. This is this. What do you think? This is like a gimmick to me. These like these Patek painted dolls, whatever it is, cloisonne
Yeah.
dolls.
Okay, so when you, not just anybody can get these watches. I think you have to like have a relationship with Patek.
Yeah.
And then,
These you like these hands? Look at the hands. You see this? You got the wrist.
it matches the theme of the watch. Yes,
It does.
it does. Yeah. So, but I don't know. Like how many of these do they even make? Probably like what? Maybe like 10 or something like that, if that.
Yes, it's 10 pieces. 10 pieces. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, something like this, they just like, you just have it. You wear it as a flex, and then that's it.
Yeah. I do have to say, like some of these dials, right? Like this, whoever painted this dial, whoever designed this one is actually, it's actually a nice painting. It's almost like the one I think we were doing a live stream with the steamboat on Lake Geneva. That was a beautiful painting. This thing is almost as good. But the other ones I've seen are kind of ugly. I mean, like, I guess it depends on the artist that they have. This is beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, it is kind of beautiful.
It is, but it's just, I don't know. It feels like just one of those watches that you wear like every once in a while. This is not something you break out like every weekend to wear.
No, it's like a Mickey Mouse watch. It's like people who wear like a Mickey Mouse. They got the Mickey Mouse watch. Like, I don't know. It's like a gimmick or something. Like,
yeah.
Okay, this is a beautiful dial. Like, this is beautiful. Like, this is like, wow, perfection. Oh, this doesn't exist. Oh, this somebody made this up. I was like, wow, this is like, I mean, it's perfect symmetry. All right, I'm going to leave on this watch. This is not for me, but I'm going to leave. That's it. Otherwise we're going to be here for 5 years. Look at this amazing bracelet. This is like literally integrated. Look. Do you see the close up here?
Yeah, that is. I think when I think of Piaget, I think about the bracelets. So that is like that is a very good representation of what I think about when I think about Piaget.
And here's what's amazing. Look how the fit and finish here. And this is like, wow, look how this is incredible. And this design is kind of like etched. I don't know, what do you call this? Like sun, straw marquetry, they might call it, or sun, whatever. Marquetry. Yeah, it's a mark. I think it's like a mark. Fuck, this is amazing. Yeah, this is like literally, I mean, it's vaguely ugly, but it's just so much like work put into it, like artistry and creativity.
Yeah.
It actually, I get it. This sort of looks like some sort of natural form, like a rock. It's coming out of a rock or something. Whoever came up with this is a genius. They deserve full credit. Oh, Ruby. Yeah. There we go. All right. That's it. Baron, thank you for joining us. Thank you to, yeah, absolutely. I think we're going to do this. Maybe like a couple nights a week at this same time, this same bat time, same bat station. 7, what is this? What time do we? 7 o'clock Eastern? That's the time? 7 o'clock Eastern? What do you think of that? 7 o'clock Eastern?
About there, yeah. Like 4 Pacific, yeah.
4 Pacific. I think this is going to be the new bat time for these streams here. So, all right, Baron, thank you again. Excuse me. Thank you to all the aristocrats on the stream, and we'll see you all on the next. Actually, tomorrow we'll be back tomorrow. You know what? Tomorrow, actually, I'm going to discuss the. What do you think? The 10 Commandments of watch collecting.
That sounds good, but if it's at 4. All right, yeah, I'll make it for an hour at 4. Yeah, it'll be great. Yep. So yeah. Should we run through the super chats?
Oh yeah. Hang on. Oh, you're a good moderator. I forgot about. Hey guys, Do we have super? Hang on, the comment. Do we have super chats? There we go.
Well, just to recognize the people that submitted them.
Yeah, well, we were light on super chats. All the Archie people are I think the Arch luxury people are boycotting the channel. They're boycotting. So we had Watch Lux, $279 Canadian, and Watch Lux $279 Canadian. We made a grand total of $5 and how much is it? You're an accountant. How much did we make? Is it $5.85?
It's $5. $5.58.
$5.58.
Canadian.
$5.58. We're getting, every $5.58 counts. We are moving forward on the track. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with one footstep. So, and this again, this channel is not about the really, this is not a super chat channel. We're here to build the world's next great, really a watch platform community of serious content. Or actually, I like this guy Curly. This guy Curly had he called us Watch Talk with an Attitude. Watch Talk with an Attitude. So we're gonna do like the what are they called? The Barstool Sports. Have you heard of this? I'm not a sports betting guy. But have you heard of this Barstool Sports?
I've heard of it, but I haven't seen any of the programming.
I think they do something like that where they talk about betting and whatever, and it's more, it's not like Sports Illustrated where they're just like straight commentary. No, they do like,
it's like morning radio, like talk radio, where they kind of just go over some of the new stuff and they joke around a little bit. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Except except more R-rated than PG. We're not doing the Hodinky thing. We're not doing this is like the anti-Hodinky. This is the anti-Hodinky channel, the anti-watch box, or the watch box with rough around the edges watch box. All right, guys.
For listening, Neo made a comment for $1.99.
Oh, look at this. We're getting a Discord. I don't know. What do you think of Discord? What do you think of that? Are you on Discord?
I am on Discord, but I don't really use it. It's just too much. Like there's just too much activity.
Okay, like I'm thinking to do a community platform, right? Like, what's better? Is it better to do like a platform where it's like one of these like normal forums? By the way, I'm trying to set up a WordPress site. I don't know how. Like I got. What does that sound? Wow, what is that? The Matrix. It's the Matrix.
How about just let's start with a subreddit.
I don't even know what is the best way. I guess the question is this, right? Because I don't know any of these things. Like, what is the best way these days, right, for the kids? Is it because I think the thing with Discord is it makes it more discoverable, maybe, or easier, or whatever. I don't know. What is it?
Yeah, it's more interactive because it's immediate. Yeah.
So what's the new thing? Is it Reddit, Discord? What is it?
The new thing definitely is not Reddit. It might be Discord, but Discord only really works if you have enough of a community. I mean, if it's just going to be like 5 people on Discord, then not so much. But you also have to give it a go in order to see who's going to participate.
Oh, okay. Look, I actually had like a Discord thing for like another thing, which actually had a bunch of people, and like I don't even know, like I never figured out how Discord. I don't really understand Discord. But people are into the Discord. Like I don't get the whole it's. Can you do video on Discord? Can you do live stream video on Discord or no?
That I don't know. I know you can do live audio, but I don't know about video.
Okay, wait. I got a question for Neo. Neo, by the way, hop in. Why don't you hop in? Maybe you can explain this. Give us some technical advisory. For the membership, like I want to add a lot of value for members. Like right now, we have a lot of basically what I'm doing now is I'm putting all the what I'm doing now is I'm putting all new videos into the members area only. So it's members only. And then I'm gonna like leak out like one new video a day for the hoi polloi, for the riffraff. But everything, all the new content will basically be in the members area, and the riffraff will basically get, you know, a thing here. So, hey man, I don't need to know your whole personal life. I just know. But so basically, I want to add. How do you give members access to Discord? Like, is there an automatic way of doing it where it becomes a membership thing? Can somebody please explain? Do you know how that works, Baron? Oh, I see what he's saying. Okay. Make it for the riffraff. Neo, do you know how to run a Discord? Are you a Discord guy? Or is Baron Sung a Discord guy? Baron Sung, are you into Discord?
I know like the minimum about Discord. Like I'm on it, and then that's it.
Okay, so yeah, you're like me. Like basically, okay, you look at something, but you're not really. Okay, apparently the Discord thing is the big thing. The only thing I don't like about it is that they control you. I mean, that's the Matrix. You're basically part of the Matrix, and they can shut you down anytime. It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
You know. All right. So anyway, if anybody's watching this and they're a Discord guru, please like email me or whatever. Just add your comment or DM me. brutalwatchreviews@gmail.com, and because basically what it needs like what do they call a community manager. You really need somebody to manage that stuff, because like you got all the punters, they start going wild. They start going bananas. They leave all sorts of comments, and you need somebody to manage it. Like, I don't have time to deal with that stuff, like commenting and conversations. I can't. I'm a busy man. I'm an emperor already. So, all right, guys. Baron Sung, thank you. Baron Neo, thank you again for the super chats. We'll all see you tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern. And Baron Sung, please think about the 10 Commandments. If you have any additions or inputs, whatever, on the stuff,
All right, we'll do.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Thank you,
Bye.
guys.